Hello everyone, Rose Thorne here. The video that I'm doing today, it's on a subject that's been on my mind for a while, something that I find very disturbing, and I wanted to do a video on it to share my thoughts and opinions. It's a very unusual subject, but I wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on it anyway. So if you're someone that you have been on YouTube for more than 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure that you've come across a mukbang video. You've come across a video of a person eating a staggering amount of food, a monstrous amount of food. They have a huge platter of food in front of them and they just shovel it in their face like they haven't eaten in a year. Those are called mukbang videos, if you're not aware of that. Like I said, I have my thoughts and opinions on that subject, but before I get into that, I would like to first offer up some information about mukbang, about its origins, where it came from, how it came to be, so you, the viewer, you'll be informed too. So, mukbang or mukbang came to be in Korea in the late 2000s, around 2010, 2011. And it came to be because over in Korea, if you are someone and you don't have people to go out and dine with, you would not go out and dine by yourself. You would normally dine alone in your own home or office space, but it's not a common practice to go out and dine by yourself over there. So for people that don't have other people in real life to eat with, those that had to stay home or in an alone space and eat by themselves, they would go online and seek out broadcasters who would talk and eat food at the same time, and in essence these broadcasts would fill the empty space and the need for being social, for companionship, and that's why over in Korea mukbang became so popular. It wasn't so much the food aspect, it was the need to be social, need for interaction aspect, and it just took off. Sometime in 2014, 2015, mukbang made its way over here to the United States. And somewhere in the jumping over from Korea to the United States, it changed a bit. Mukbang changed in the way of purpose and presentation. What started out as people broadcasting and eating normal sized meals and just making normal chatter with people in Korea, it morphed into a completely different monster of people doing broadcasts and making videos where they were eating a staggering amount of food. Enough food to feed 15, 16 people, and not only eating a tremendous amount of food, but doing it in a way that's almost like competitive eating. Just stuffing their faces full of food to the point where I'm sure they couldn't swallow very well. Just making a kind of a frenzied thing rather than a relaxing, I'm going to take my time and eat all this food thing and just enjoy the experience. I believe part of the reason why it morphed into something different was because of the shock factor. You know, people are browsing YouTube, they're browsing broadcasts, and if you see a person with a ton of food in front of them, out of curiosity you might stop and see what's going on. So I believe it morphed for the shock factor. For those people who wanted to get people's attention, they would get viewers, they would get subscribers, maybe even donations. So it started off in Korea as a normal social thing, and it became a shock value money-making thing. And there are quite a few YouTubers and broadcasters that now do the mukbang thing. It's became a really popular thing. But the downside to mukbang, and there are many downsides to it, is twofold. Let's talk about the people who do the mukbang videos and broadcast, the downsides for them. If you're someone that you do mukbang, never mind the fact that you're spending a tremendous amount of money on the tremendous amount of food that you do per video. That's a side issue and really doesn't matter. What matters most is if you're a mukbanger and if you're making a living off of eating a staggering amount of food every video, the effect that it's going to have on your health is going to be massive. Absolutely massive. Aside from the obvious of weight gain, which is going to be rapid because you're eating massive amounts of calories all at once, aside from possible obesity, possibly becoming overweight and having high blood pressure and diabetes and all kinds of other things, the immediate effects of being a mukbanger are as follows, and I did some research on this. After the mukbang is over, after the video is over, mukbangers frequently experience the following. They experience, diarrhea, bloating, stomach pains, gas. If anybody out there watching this video, if you've ever had a moment, and we all have, where you have sat down to eat a meal and you've eaten more than you should, and then you spend hours feeling sick afterwards, imagine that cranked up to 1,000, and that's probably what a mukbanger goes through. And depending on the food combinations that the mukbangers put together for that particular mukbang video, they may even be vomiting as well. I've seen quite a few mukbang videos while during the video, the person eating, they look like they were about to throw up. They generally look nauseous and they had this look on their face like, why did I put these things together? Why am I doing this video? They're not having a good time. I've seen a lot of mukbang videos where the person making the video, they don't look like they're enjoying the food that they're eating. They look like, they just have this look like, I have to do this. If I don't eat this food, I won't get subscribers. I won't get the YouTube money. I'm just going to just shovel my way through this. They look like they're in absolute hell. It doesn't look fun at all. But yeah, I mean, people who do the mukbang videos, their bodies are completely stressed out. During the video, after the video, between videos, and unless they are doing a tremendous amount of working out in between videos, a lot of them tend to put on weight rather quickly. Because again, you are eating massive, massive amounts of calories. And because you are doing it all at once, and you feel sick afterwards, you're not going to want to work out as soon as the video's over. You're going to feel sick for hours and hours after you're done with it. So those people doing the mukbang videos, they're experiencing tremendous amounts of diarrhea, which that doesn't sound fun. Bloating, stomach pains, gas, nausea, as they're just going to town eating. And there's also the long-term effects on their health, such as diabetes, such as obesity, high blood pressure. By eating that way, you are also messing up your body's chemistry because it doesn't know when there's a famine and when there's a feast. And so because it's confused, because you're messing with the body chemistry, it's going to pack away the pounds rather quickly. Because if you're a mukbanger, you're not eating for hours and hours before you do a video, so your body's starving, and then when you put food into it, it's going to hang on to that food because you've given it the impression, oh, we're not going to eat for 6 more hours after this, so we've got to hang on to all the calories. Yes, that happens. So it's dangerous for a mukbanger's health But on the other side of that, for people watching the videos, it's dangerous also, due to the fact that in the United States, we already have a problem with obesity. And there are a lot of people who are emotional eaters, and people who use food as medication. They use food as escape. They use food to calm down. They use food to cope with negative emotions. You know, I did that. For a long time I did that. And if you're someone, you have all that going on, and you're watching a mukbang video, you happen to see one, that might trigger you to eat. That might send you into a downward spiral and trigger you to eat, and cause a whole chain of negative reactions. Mukbang videos are not healthy for anybody. They're not healthy for people who are doing them. They're not healthy for people watching them. It's just a danger to everyone. Also, one thing that I've also noticed about mukbang videos, it seems that there's a trend now that a lot of mukbangers they're trying to outdo each other, as if eating gross amounts of food weren't enough. They have taken to doing what I call shockbang. I've coined it the term shockbang or shukbang because they are eating things that are not meant to be eaten in an effort to one-up each other. I have seen mukbang videos on YouTube where people are eating things that are not meant to be consumed, or that would be dangerous to consume, like lots of raw meat. Raw meat is not healthy to eat and can make you very, very sick and send you to the hospital, and you might die from that. People that are eating live animals, live seafood, that's not healthy either. I just saw a girl eating a live octopus, and by the way, that's never a good idea, because if that live octopus, if its tentacles and the suckers get stuck in your throat, you can choke. That's why it's dangerous to do that. I've also seen mukbang videos of people eating rocks. Rocks are not meant to be eaten. Why are you eating rocks? That makes absolutely no sense. I've seen food combinations that are absolutely nauseating and would look like things that would make you puke with no question. Let's go back to the timeline for a second. So mukbang started off in Korea as being someone sitting in front of their camera eating a normal meal and talking to people, and it came over here and it transformed into people doing videos where they're almost doing competitive eating and they're eating tremendous amounts of food. And then when that became no big deal, now it's transcended to what things can I eat that would absolutely shock people and get me views and get me subscribers. And the people that are doing these videos, they're putting their health at risk. They're putting their lives at risk, and they're also risking the lives of their viewers, because there are people out there that will watch these videos and think to themselves, well, gee, that looks like fun, I should do that. And in the end, it might end up hurting them. It might end up sending them to a hospital. And that's where we are. It's transcended from just normal eating to gross eating to shock eating, and it makes me worry. It makes me worry for all the people that watch the mukbang videos, and they might get triggered to overeat. They might get triggered to have an eating disorder, or their eating disorders might get triggered. And it can just lead to a lot of bad things on both sides of the fence. I wish that mukbang videos would be abolished from YouTube. That's just my opinion. That's just my feeling, because I feel that they promote very unhealthy, unbalanced eating, because they might trigger people who are severe overeaters. They might trigger people to binge eat. And it's just dangerous. It's dangerous. It's a trend that's dangerous for the people who do the videos and the people watching the videos. And I wish that all of those videos can just be abolished from YouTube, but I know that'll never happen, but for the sake of everybody's health, I wish that it would be. So I hope you guys watching this video, you understand where I'm coming from. I wish that mukbang were not a thing, even though it is. I think that it has reached the end of the road as far as being something fresh or different that people haven't seen before, and that's why it's becoming less mukbang and more shockbang with eating rocks and meat and things like that. And it's hit the wall as far as something new that you can do with it to give it a different angle. And it's unhealthy and it's dangerous. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. You guys can leave your comments and add to the discussion. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.